Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the big scam, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, will point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
'59, ready. Back 25. 54. Rock the pass.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at the 18. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Check 3, check 3. Kill. Wide, get wide. 26.
Now Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Prescott. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards the pickup there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here we go. 488. Yeah, right there. 54 Mike. Come on. You better bring it.
Shit! Watch the shit! Check 4.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 188. Okay, double up. 26.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here's Ryan, looking deep for Julio. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 48 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, free play. Hey, I-7.
Now Ryan. Room here to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
On third down, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Complete. It's Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Kill! 47!
From the 44, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. They were looking for Johnson that time.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Ready! 20! Let's go,
A first down carry for Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the counter, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, that's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, Honey. There we go. Kill.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete here. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion. Have a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be taken in at the 1.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
you
down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes.
And he's going to go down again. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
45. Tackles. Slam. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wait.
3rd and long for Prescott. Johnson's got it complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Check nickel. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, 47. Mike 5-4.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
51, Sam! Get up!
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Play action. It's Ryan. Complete to Jones. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Throwaway and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing again. Ryan. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
To throw is Prescott. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. 59. Yeah, that's what I do. Watch out. Hey, alert 3.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Check. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm coming for it. We're going to 53. Check. Shift. Check 37. Check 37.
They're going to try and throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama, and was inquiring about him and his skills. They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Check. That's it. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check. We're going to 54. Why? Check. Switch. Here we go.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
22.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You're going to see me in your nightmares. Kill. Hey, 59, ready. Kill. Turn up. Hey, 59, ready. Ready to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Lucky. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Check 31. Check 31. Big Ed. Big Ed. Big Ed. Check. We're going to 53. Check 45 with the mic.
Prescott from the gun on third. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
21. Bravo. Topper. Wait.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Ryan gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Ryan will throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
this here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Check 52. Joker, 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 Joker.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Kill. 45 off. Let's get some penetration here.
Throwing, Prescott. Johnson's got it complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away. From what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
What we got?
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up to throw. Complete to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Smith trying to run for it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And the catch made by Johnson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves